Welcome back, Zion family. Welcome. Did you miss me? Because I missed you. Okay, that's enough, right? Right, okay. So, if you are new, you are watching for the first time, my name is Youth Pastor Kareen. I am a youth pastor at Apostolic Triumphant Church International. If you haven't already, please join the fam by subscribing. Make sure you hit the bell. When you hit the bell, make sure you hit all so you're notified of all my uploads, okay? Make sure you like the video as well and share this video with someone, okay? And guess what? The video is about to start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey you guys, welcome back. Guess what? Yes, I changed my major. Yes, I did. So let me tell you what had me to decide to change my major. First of all, just being so vulnerable and transparent. When I tell y'all it was the scariest thing that I decided to do, it was the scariest moment. Literally, it was the scariest thing I decided to do. And let me just give y'all some background on it. So y'all know how I've been saying this month is my month where I'm focusing on self-examination, self-evaluation, whichever you want to put, whichever way you want to say it or call it, right? And the first week when I mentioned that this was the topic for this month is when I had a conversation with God. I was just being vulnerable and just opening my heart up to God about how I was honestly feeling about school, about the major I currently was having and my classes, and just how I felt about it. And I was just letting him know that I feel like in a way that I'm forcing it and that I don't feel passionate about it the way I thought I did. Interest was definitely there, and I knew I was more than capable of pursuing that major academically. But to say that I really had a strong passion and a heart for it, I was like, no, I don't think I have that. And then God had me to ask myself, okay, what is it that I notice I do on a regular without even thinking about it? It just flows naturally for me, and I do it for free. And I thought about it. I was like, what do I do? And I noticed that without even thinking about it, without anybody having to tell me, I literally counsel or advise, coach, whichever you want to call it, people in their lives and in their relationships. And I was just like, yeah, I notice I do that on a regular, and it doesn't even matter the age. I just do it. And then a lot of people always come to me for advice. A lot of people always come to me for basically my opinion on whatever they might have going on in their relationship or different stuff like that. And I was just like, yeah, that's something I definitely noticed. And then I'm passionate with doing it. It's like I want to help. And then even when I started looking back on different videos that I've been doing here, I noticed that I've been talking about relationships like constantly. So I'm just like, yeah, this is definitely something that I notice I'm more passionate about. And then on top of that, I'm a youth pastor, so everything and being a youth pastor, that's a part of having that spiritual title, counseling people. That is a part of it. And so I was just like, that makes so much sense. And I was just like, So with me being passionate about that, what major would even line up with that, God? And I was kind of looking at the different majors that my school offered that was close to what I was wanting to do, and I noticed that I definitely want to be a life coach, a life and relationship coach, more so on the relationship side, but life coach. And the closest major that was to that my school offered was psychology and human services. Yeah, psychology and human services. So that's the major that I have now, you guys. And the moment, let me tell y'all, when I was, because there's a little portal on our student portal that you can go to be able to switch your major yourself. And I went to it, and I seen where you could click the switch, and where you could make the change. And I put the little I guess, down click button, and I put where you could, instead of it having, you know, what I had before was health sciences with a pre-nursing track. I think that's what it had up there. And then I changed the tab to psychology and human services, and then once you scroll down at the bottom, it's that little button to hit submit. And y'all, when I tell y'all, I was just like pondering. I was like, Lord, like I knew I wanted to do it, but it was just so nerve-wracking at the same time. Let me tell y'all why it was so nerve-wracking. Because all my life, I never really thought about being anything else. Well, I won't say all my life. It was just like I haven't really indulged in those type of thoughts, because growing up, all that was really presented to me, especially by my mom, is just like being a doctor. And I just kind of, because that was always what was into me. Listen, for all my people that has Caribbean parents, you know what I'm talking about, what I've been through when I say, for some reason, Caribbean parents think you just have to be in the medical field to be successful. Why? I don't know. But they always push the doctor thing. And so I was victim of one of those where my parent was pushing the doctor thing. And because that was always pushed, I just kind of was figuring out, okay, what in the medical field would be an interest of mine. I always liked babies. So I said, okay, let me just be a midwife, because that's a nurse that delivers babies. So I was just like, yeah, okay, I'll do that. But I never really, it didn't leave any room for me to really think on my own and learn myself and really figure out what it is that I actually like and that I'm actually passionate about. And so literally me taking the time out to learn myself and allow God to help me to learn myself has expanded my mind to be able to think about other things that I'm actually able to do and be successful in, because anything that God is in, you will be successful anyway. He has spoken prosperity over our lives. So as children of God, we are meant to prosper in anything that we do. So when I realized that, what came natural for me was to be counseling people in their lives and in their relationships, I was just like, what's the career, what type of career is the closest to that? And I was just like, life coach, relationship coach, duh. And I was like, okay, boom, okay, I could see that. When God gave me that, I was just like, yo, that makes so much sense. Like, I could definitely see myself doing that. Like, what? And when I put that together, I was like, okay. All right, so what major is the closest? And I was just like, okay, psychology and human services. Now, when I did my research, you don't need a degree to be a life coach. You don't need a degree to be a relationship coach, but it does help. Excuse me. So since I'm already in school, I just decided that, I might as well go ahead and get, finish out the degree. And if not, it will help me, with pursuing that. So going back to my student portal, and I was there ready to click the button, I was so hesitant with doing it because one of the biggest things I was scared. Let me say, I was so scared about is telling my mom that I would be changing my major, because listen, y'all, in her mind it was already rooted and grounded that I was gonna be a doctor. Okay, so to come and tell my mom, and y'all folks, y'all could relate to me when I say that it's hard to go to your Caribbean parents that's just been one-minded, that's kind of in a way one-minded when it comes to the career that you're gonna do. It's just like doctor. So that's what I was thinking about. I was just like, Lord, it's gonna be hard talking to mommy about this, but at the same time, I'm just like, Lord, I could tell that this is something that I want to do and that I'm more passionate about doing and that I need to do. Okay, and then y'all gotta realize that when pursuing a career, y'all gotta realize y'all doing it for the rest of your lives. So we can't allow our decisions when it comes to our careers to be dependent on the people around us. You gotta make a decision for you, because at the end of the day, you're the one that's gonna be in that career and doing it for the rest of your life. So if you pick a career that you're not, I guess, passionate about, that's you gonna be miserable for the rest of your life. And me, I ain't want that for myself. So yeah, so I was there. I was like, when I tell you, it probably took me a good hour to just hit the submit button, because I was just sitting there with my computer just like pondering, like I know I want to press it, and then I'll go to it, I'll get the little mouse and I'll be like right about to click, I'll be like but I don't know, and then I go and I'll be ready to click, and I'll be like and then it took a moment. God was just like, girl, if you don't just do it. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. And I just click it, boom. I was like, it's done. There's no going back. It's done. So that's it, you guys. I changed my major, and I feel so good about it though. Like, it's literally, and that was literally maybe 2 weeks ago. So as soon as I did that, I'm not even exaggerating when I tell y'all, I felt a load just like just fall off, because it's like my life was finally kind of, as far as my schooling and career wise, it was finally just making sense and aligning, because just like it just felt like, yeah, this is me, like this is me, you know. And it was like a step closer to understanding my purpose, you get what I'm saying? So I just felt so good with doing that. And I pray, my prayer for you is that you be encouraged by me sharing this testimony, because this is a testimony, you know, that whatsoever it is that you are pursuing career wise, if you know that in your heart you do not want to do it, or you're doing it because your parent wants you to do it, or you're doing it because the people around you want you to do it, and genuinely in your heart you don't have a passion for doing it, don't do it. Fine, take time to learn yourself, ask God to reveal you to you, and figure out what it is that you are actually passionate about. And then the moment that he reveals that to you, go for it. Go for it. It may be scary because you don't know the end, but God is Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. So he knows, as long as you allow him to order your steps, because he also says in his word that the footsteps of a righteous man are ordered by the Lord. So know that your footsteps, your decisions making, as long as you surrender your life to him, you surrender your schooling to him, you surrender your career to him, your decisions will be ordered by him. So in trusting God in that, you won't necessarily worry too much about how you will get there or how it will work out. All you got to do is just trust that God has the best in store for you, and he will lead you to make the right decisions. And even if you make a mistake, he's able to guide you back, you know? So I just wanted to share that with you guys, because the past videos I was sharing with y'all, I was sharing like weaknesses of mine. So I wanted to share with y'all something good that I learned about myself, and being intentional with doing a self-examination, you know? So thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys next week, Tuesday. Love you guys. Mwah. Round of applause. You made it to the end of my video, my friend, my good friend. Thank you so much for watching. I upload every single Tuesday, so make sure you tune in next week Tuesday for another video, okay? Bye, you guys.